Hi guys, what's up? Today we're gonna be reacting to I Can Make Movies with No Editing, Isaac Carlton. So let's go watch this video. And this is one of our first react videos, so I hope you enjoy it.
Did you know that it takes
And let's go.
5 to 8 months to edit a movie? I mean, look at all this. Thousands of hours are spent meticulously piecing together footage. And when it's done, the edit looks something like this. Thousands of individual cuts, sound effects, and music are all connected together in order to tell a story. But is all that work necessary? I mean, what would happen if I filmed an entire movie and instead of editing, I took the SD card from the camera to the computer and uploaded the file? What could go wrong? Probably a lot. Now, if you've watched my channel for a while, you'll remember that I did a challenge similar to this 1 year ago. In that video, I made a movie in one single shot. However, I added hundreds of sound effects, multiple music tracks, and tons of coloring adjustments to enhance the shot. But this time, I can't do any of that. Whatever I capture with my camera is what you're going to see and hear. And because I can't make adjustments in editing, the easiest way to pull this off is to make a slow-paced drama. I was thinking something like this. That would be the easiest, but also incredibly boring, which is why I am doing the complete opposite and making a fast-paced action movie. An action movie that features punches, fight choreography, breakaway props, and wall smashes. And now that I'm listing them all off, the task does kind of feel impossible. But I'm going to try it anyway, because my nephew Ivan is a big fan of my YouTube channel, and every so often he sends me video ideas he wants me to try. And I'm just going to be honest, most of the time they're not even possible.
Okay, tell Uncle Isaac your idea.
You should make a movie without using a camera.
Some of his ideas are better than others. But here's the great thing about Ivan. No matter how many times I don't make his idea, he just keeps sending them. And eventually, he struck gold.
How about you make a video without editing?
That's where I got the idea. Not being able to edit what I film is a cool concept, but in order to make it as exciting as possible, I want to include more stunts in this movie than I ever have before. So I decided to build a giant wall in my dining room that we can smash through. The last time I tried something like this, I used a material called drywall, which is a really hefty material and it takes a lot of work to set up. So this time, I'm trying something new. This is way lighter than drywall, easier to install, and if I paint it, it should look just as good on camera. At least that's what I'm hoping. I still need to test it. Now, I know it probably looks like I know what I'm doing here, but trust me, I don't. The nice thing about video editing is that you can make yourself look good at things you're actually not even good at. For example, I spent 4 hours prepping this test breakaway wall. So, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna be devastated. So this camera's rolling, this camera's rolling, that camera's rolling. I'm just gonna run through this thing. 3, 2, 1, action! Something hit my face. That looks horrible. I am shocked at how bad that looks. I'm ashamed that I thought that was gonna look good. It literally just looks like I'm running through paper. That is not usable. I spent 4 hours doing that.
Well, this is a bit awkward.
Yeah, it is. After buying a ridiculous amount of styrofoam yesterday, I'm back to square one. Turns out that using drywall was the best solution all along. I'm back where it all started, except this time I have drywall instead of styrofoam. Okay, I have to move quick, because in less than 24 hours, a full crew is showing up to my house to help me film this movie. But before any of that can happen, I need to have everything ready to go. And finishing this wall is just one task on my to-do list. I still need to figure out how I'm going to sound design the movie without editing software. So while I figure that out, my friend Levi is going to be finishing up the wall. Oh, that's crazy. The most violent punch of all time. This is my friend Xander. His job tomorrow will be to trigger live sound effects while we film. Sounds easy, right? Well, not exactly, because in order to have the sounds be loud enough to hear, we need them to play through a Bluetooth speaker that's near the camera. However, Bluetooth speakers have a slight delay. That's like a half-second delay.
Okay. Oh, it's kind of bad.
Yeah, that's not good. In order to time the sound effects correctly, Xander's gonna have to trigger the sounds half a second early. Also, he has to do all this while hiding under a cardboard box. But we'll talk more about that later. For now, we just need to figure out what sound effects we're gonna use.
That's good.
The pressure is on because the timing of this is just gonna be really, really hard for everybody.
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous.
I'm scared.
We're gonna simulate what this could look like.
What is this? What?
This was the moment we realized that this crazy idea was going to work. Figuring out how to have live sound effects while filming was the last step in our preparation. So now, it's time to film this thing.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Filming day!
Alright, so here's the plan. This is a map of my house, and each person in this group has a specific task in order to make this movie happen. Starting with Matthew and Jake. Matthew is playing a robber who sneaks into Jake's house. Once Jake notices, the two get into a crazy fight, and then it leads to an unsuspecting ending. But before we can get there, we need to practice.
He then charges me. Yeah, and then I go, boom! Oh, fireball's fall. And then he comes right at me. Boom! Bam! And then I go, you sneak into my house!
It's important to remember that Jake and Matthew only have 2 attempts at breaking through the wall, because we only had time to prep a couple sheets of drywall yesterday. And to up the stakes even more, we only have 1 breakaway vase, because one of them didn't survive shipping. Probably the worst $60 I've ever spent. Anyway, my point is, before we can fully commit to destroying our props, we need to make sure that the choreography for the movie is perfect. And hopefully, if all goes right, they fly down, land on the air mattress, and don't get hurt, because we only have 2. And sadly, this is where my microphone for my camera just randomly stopped working, and I didn't notice for a really long time. So you're just gonna have to imagine that I'm saying something really interesting for these next few clips.
Are you seriously going to make them watch this?
Yeah, I thought it'd be funny.
Well, it's not.
Well, what am I supposed to do with all this footage?
Skip over it. We clicked to watch a movie without editing, not a movie without sound.
Hey, a movie without sound could actually be a good video.
No, that would be very boring to sit through.
Yeah, you're probably right. We are walking through the fight rehearsal for like the 10th time. We don't even want to film until we have the moves really dialed in, otherwise we're just wasting space on the SD cards. So we want it perfect before we even start filming. I have the music we're using and the script on my Milanote app, so I can reference it as we walk around the scene. And since we're just rehearsing right now, I'm using my iPhone to practice the camera movement. This just makes it easier to run around so that I can figure out what angles I want to capture. But once we're ready to film for real, I'll switch over to the big camera. Oh, and I forgot to film this, but we added a painting and an outlet to our fake wall. Adding little details like this really helps sell the effect. And also, guys, I really don't recommend you breaking through a wall yourself. It can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, but if you ignore my advice and decide to try it, make sure you cut all along the back of the wall. That way you'll easily smash through without breaking your collarbone or something. You guys can go a little bit more chill on the rehearsal. I don't want you to reach fast up. Guys, I'm telling you, they're going way too hard. This is good, but we want to keep you here the whole time. I do think someone should put on the credit. Levi and I are like connected together. There, don't say that line in motion, but as we pass through here, Haley will then turn that light on. Let's just run through it more. Then go. This is the part that we need to practice the most. Does anybody have questions? I realized really fast that this was going to be way harder than I ever imagined. Even after a ton of rehearsal, things just kept going wrong. So before we filmed for real, I opened up Milanote for some inspiration. Look, I knew going into this shoot that I was going to run into problems, which is why I took precautions, because for the last few days, I've been putting every detail of this movie into a Milanote board. Here's what that looks like. First, I created a mood board using a pre-made template. For this movie, I'm imagining a brightly lit action scene. So I added all sorts of media that help reference what I want the movie to look like. And then after that, I moved over to music. Music plays a vital role in this movie. The entire scene has music playing through a speaker, so I uploaded 3 different song options and used the sharing feature to get some second opinions from my friends. I also used Milanote to make schedules, add filming and location details, to-do lists, and of course, to get inspired.
see how that.
If you want to try Milanote for yourself, you can sign up for free using my link in the description. And a huge special thank you to Milanote for sponsoring this video. At this point, we've rehearsed the entire movie at least 15 times, just trying to iron out all our mistakes. But at a certain point, practice just doesn't really help anymore. So we decided to try it for real. Here's take one. By the way, massive shout out to Matthew. As you're about to see, he had to do some ridiculous stunts for this movie. And somehow, he kept a positive attitude the entire time.
Alright, this is shot 2.
I think you should say take 2.
Alright, this is take 2.
On these early takes, we made a few different mistakes. The main one being that we were just using one microphone to capture all the audio. We'll soon find out that we're going to need a much more intricate setup in order to pull this off. But right now, we're blissfully unaware of all the problems that lie ahead. Everything seems to be fine.
Did they get the camera? This is take 3.
And here we go. For this shot to work, everyone has to be locked in. It starts with me calling action.
And action.
Then, Levi and I move into the hallway. As we're doing this, Nick's right behind us, filming the behind-the-scenes footage. Once we're in the hallway, we switch from filming Matthew to filming Jake. And once Jake passes through the dining room, Haley turns on a big light in the living room so that we have proper exposure for the fight scene once we turn the camera around. While all this is happening, Hannah's outside setting up a special surprise for the end of the movie, and Xander's hidden behind the dining room table, ready to trigger the sound effects. Sorry, I know that was a lot of information, but I just wanted to show you all the logistics that went into getting the shot. Let's get back to the video.
Sorry. Take 4. Take 5. This is take 6.
5 takes in, after hours of rehearsing, we still haven't made it to the end of the movie. In fact, we haven't even got to the part where we smashed through the wall. But on take 6, almost everything seemed to fall into place.
Did we do it?
No, we didn't.
Dude, wait, what? What? That song! Tell me! No! The song didn't happen. No, the song didn't happen. No! So good!
Before I talk about what went wrong, let's talk about what went right. Most importantly, nobody got hurt and the wall break looked fantastic. And that's about all the good news. Now for what went wrong. First, the song that needs to play at the ending of the movie started too late. So that was just some miscommunication. But the big problem is that we still can't hear any of the sound effects coming through the Bluetooth speaker. And now I think I know why. Shotgun microphones like the one I use are very directional, meaning they'll pick up really good audio wherever you point them. But if a sound is coming from behind the microphone, it will be super quiet. So if we wanted to solve that problem, we'd have to get another microphone connected to my camera that's pointed near the speaker. Not to mention, we'd have to completely reset and put up a new fake wall, which at this point sounds like too much effort. So I decided what we got was good enough and called it quits. Wait, we forgot to break the vase. I did not spend $60 on this thing just to put flowers in it.
Is everyone set? Action! Let's go! Oh my god!
So yeah, we got the shot, and although it's not 100% perfect, it's good enough to make me do these facial expressions. I think Ivan's gonna be impressed. So without further ado, here's what it looks like. One continuous shot with absolutely zero editing.
So yeah, guys, this is it. Isn't that crazy? I'm so sorry I was not talking. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Sadly, never mind. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys want to see this one talking, tell me, and I can do it next video. But for now, we're gonna do it later. Thank you guys for watching with me. I will see you later. Peace.